want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of great millstone who rule well, blessing citation to the men that push this word in sincerity and in truth. Alright, Abada Howard from GMS Trinidad Camp. And I want to do an edification to the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Hopefully it will be edifying. Right, and the video is based off of this guy here, Aaron Russo. Right, Aaron Russo, he was a movie director and he actually became friends with one of the Rockefellers, and he learned the agenda, and he actually became a whistleblower. He blew the whistle on them. Right, so I would just play the clip.
You got 30% of the vote. You were having an effect. You made mad as hell. They knew that you'd started the Constitution Party. They knew that you were somebody who was taking action and getting things done. You'd already made some big films, had a lot of other successes.
Right.
So they were trying to recruit you. And didn't it come down to the point of, hey, we are here to recruit you, and don't worry, your chip's going to say, don't mess with us. This guy's don't touch.
Yeah, yes, that did happen. I was definitely being recruited. But it's more subtle than that.
Well, your words. Just go through the process, and then what he said.
Well, what it is remember we were friends, and we used to come to my house a lot. We'd have dinner, we'd talk, and he'd tell me about business investments that he get involved in, or they would help me with this business investment or that business investment. And was I interested in joining the Council on Foreign Relations? I would have to get a letter to join them, but was I interested in that? And just stuff, leading you on. And I used to say to him that I never really did that because that wasn't where I was coming from. As much as I like you, Nick, your ways and my ways we're on the opposite side of the fence. I don't believe in enslaving people, and
he would come back with, oh, I do? Or?
Well, it would be more like,
It's better for them.
It's more like, how do I put it? It was like, what do you care about them? What do you care about those people? What difference does it make to you? Take care of your own life. Do the best you can for you and your family. What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything to you. They're just serfs. They're just people. It was just a lack of caring. And that's just not who I was. It was just sort of like cold, it was just like cold, and...
In the book of Psalms chapter 10 and verse 4, it says, the wicked, through his pride of his countenance, will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgment are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Right? So it says the judgment are far above. You understand? His ways are always grievous. And here he said, well, why worry about these people? Study your own family. Right? He says study your own family. And these are the elites of the earth, right? The wicked.
I said, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? What's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society.
Right? He said the end goal is to get everybody chipped. It goes on. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in lurking places of the villages. In the secret place doeth he murder the innocent. In the secret place do he murder the innocent. This is exactly what Esau does. Right now, not Esau, but the higher ups, right? Which is these Rockefellers, the Rothschilds and these people, the ones who the banking system, the ones who ruling, right? Who the ones who electing presidents and prime ministers, and these sorts, they are the ones who murdering the innocent. right? The ones who pushing that whole vaccine, right, mandate, right? These are the ones who murdering, right? Warnings been out there. It have whistleblowers. Aaron Russo, he was a rich man. He tell his story, but a lot of people they wouldn't take heed to what he's saying. So the end game is to get everyone chipped. That is the end game, right? It says his mouth is full of salakia. It says he sitteth in salak. Verse verse 7. It says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of villages, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor, right? And who is the poor? You Negroes, Latinos, and natives, right? His eyes are set towards us because why? We are the Lord's chosen people, right? So the main agenda is to get rid of us, right? But the Lord said, what? Ye are the stars of the heaven, right? The sands of the sea, we can't be numbered, right? It says, it goes on, it says, he lied in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lied in wait to catch the poor. He do it catch the poor when he drawed him into his net, right? That net, that trap, right? That trap. And how they go and trap them? How they go and trap 2/3 and the rest of the nation? By the magic. I feel like I will never type in that. The wonders that the chip went and do, because the last thing he said was,
point. What's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society.
I'm gonna see if I can just type in something.
I'll try to break it down simply. And it was really also, I'm riffing. I'm cracking jokes, okay? And I even said it on the, I think Shane posted it, and I said, listen, it was a conversation.
Man, while but I found it, right? So I will play this video here.
So to understand the Neuralink technology, really what you have to understand is something called single unit recording. Microelectrodes, really thin wires basically, are inserted into the brain, and they can be used to record the activity of small populations of neurons. They're inserting not just one microelectrode, but thousands, and then they can decode that activity. One of the future applications will basically be to allow patients who have suffered a spinal cord injury to walk again, because the muscles and the nerves throughout the body still work, but it's just that the spinal cord is broken. They would be able to then send that to another device that would communicate with the nerves and muscles and allow that person to move. So to understand the Neuralink technology, really what you have to understand is something called single unit recording. Microelectrodes, really thin wires basically.
Right, so basically we, as I see, Neuralink may help paralyzed individuals to walk again, right? And this is the miracles that the so-called RFID going and be able to do. This is what we're going to be able to do, and that's why a lot of people going to get deceived. As scripture say, they deceive and deceiver is. A lot of people going to get deceived by these miracles, right? This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, let no man be deceived, let no man deceive you by any means, for that they shall not come except they come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, right? Son of destruction, right? Who is the son of destruction? Esau, right? Because Elon Musk, you have a persona of righteousness, of wanting to help humanity, whatever the case may be, and this is how the devil has come. A wolf in sheep clothing. He says, who opposed it and exalted himself above all that is God, that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he is God, sitteth in the temple of God, showed himself that he is God. Right? Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you of these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time, and his time is now, right? The time he started to be revealed from since in 1969 to 1970. That's when he started being revealed, 1968, 1969, 1970, when the street was introduced, right? That is how we know who is Esau. That is how we know who is the wicked, right? Because the pastors never taught us that Esau, Edom, they were the wicked, right? It says, for the mystery of the iniquity did we already work, only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the work of Satan, with all power and sign of lying wonders. Right? And I wanna do a comparison to see what it will say, because that is one of the lying wonders, right? To heal, even if it was the money, the movie so like if it was the movie Upgrade, they would display that. And that's a historical movie. That movie is a classic. Even the one whose coming is marked by the works of Satan, with all power and sign of false wonders. Satan will also cause this very bad man to come also. Satan will cause this man to be very powerful. So this very bad man will do all kinds of things that people cannot usually do. Those things will surprise people very much, and that is exactly it. Right? The things that, because a lot of people want their eyesight back, they want to be able to walk again. Those things will cause people to believe this very bad man. They will cause people to believe things that are not true, right? And these things are not true. It's false wonders, right? Scripture say, is a Psalms of Proverbs 14 and 1. A fool saying in her there is no God, right? Because Esau basically believed that God do exist, right? So he becoming himself as God, right? He portraying himself to be God, It says, and with all, so yeah, that is it. It says he will use every kind of power, including miraculous signs and lying wonders. When I go into the word sign, it's showing, it says signs a mark, a token, that which is a person or a thing, a distinguished from others, and is known by a sign. And this go back into the microchip too. Because see, a mark, a distinguished something. A distinguished something, right? And that is why the scripture talk about he that taketh the mark You know, a matter of fact, that is Ezekiel 9, right? Put a mark on him that saw and cry. That is the mark of the Heavenly Father, the mark of exemption. But Esau has his mark, the mark of destruction, right? The charagma. You see? So that sign goes back to a sign of a mark, a token, right? Hey, let's go deep. A thing is distinguished from others, right? Distinguished from others, right? Because the mark of the extinction is something distinguished from others, right? Away from 2/3 of the nation of Israel, away from Esau. These are the elect going to be distinguished from others, the chosen, right? And also the ones to be destroyed, they have their mark, you know. Remarkable events soon to happen, miracles, right? It says, verse 10, it says, and with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Right? So this is just a key one that what Esau.
Thin wires basically are inserted into the brain, and they can be used to record the activity of small populations of neurons. They're inserting not just one microelectrode, but thousands, and then they can decode that activity. One of the future applications will basically be to allow patients who have suffered a spinal cord injury to walk again, because the
You see, that is the miracles. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse let's see. Bam. What the fuck? Get to the point. Verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their what? Their forehead, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? And Esau, and as I was explaining previously, he actually, Aaron Rousseau, he tells you about what Esau, the so-called white man, right, the elites, what they want to do. And there's something been in the making for a long time. So they're going to perfect. There's something going to be perfected. You see? So with that, I give all praises. Hopefully this video was edifying to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles who rule over that great millstone. Blessing citation to the men that push this word in all sincerity and in truth. To the sisters that listen in silence, say shalom.